Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Again, it is semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day today. I'm bringing you another community battle matchup. This one was sent in to me about 2 weeks ago. It is a classic match on the map, Stalingrad. Yes, we have Stalingrad here once again, folks. This is a infamous map in Advanced Wars by Web. Very famous, very popular. Everybody has played Stalingrad, and if you haven't played Stalingrad, you should definitely go and try it out because it is a lot of fun. We have a 3 base, 1 airport map, and it is incredibly open with the HQs kind of exposed. Kind of exposed, folks. So it's gonna get dicey up in here, that is for sure. We are gonna see tons and tons of explosive combat all over the map. It's gonna be fantastic. So today we have 2 players. Up top in the black hole region we have Wulong, very prominent player. I see him in Global League quite often. He has been around, that is for sure. The other player we have here is the Super Sammy Simp. I know, it's a Sammy main. Super cool stuff as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the player profiles up here so you can take a look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. Fantastic stuff. Alrighty. So today we have Hawk versus Sammy. Crazy stuff. Alright, as we know, Hawk, he will get plus 10% firepower to all of his units across the board. I know. Crazy stuff. Hawk can be insanely powerful with his day-to-day abilities. Now, in addition to that, his Super Co-Power and Co-Power, Black Storm and Black Wave respectively, will cause 1 HP and 2 HP global damage, as well as heal him for the same amount, depending on which one you use. The only drawback, his Super Co-Power takes a long time to charge. Long time to charge, so it's going to be a little while before you see any Black Storms or Black Waves in the match. Now, a character that we have not actually featured on this channel so far is Sammy. For those of you that don't know who Sammy is, classic Advanced Wars 1 CO. Alright, this was part of the original trio. Sammy is the foot soldier specialist of Advanced Wars by Web. Her foot soldiers will gain 30% firepower across the board, as well as her captures are 50% faster than that of other players. So what does that mean? Every single property in Advanced Wars has a base capture value of 20. So, a full HP infantry of Sammy's will be able to take that number from 20 all the way down to 5 in 1 turn. So what does that mean? It means that interrupting her capture incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. Unless you knock that infantry down to like 3 HP, she's getting that cap, folks. Now, the drawback with Sammy is her direct combat units will lose 10% firepower. However, her transport units will gain +1 movements as well. So her mobility with her infantry and mechs is very effective. Her normal co-power is the one that is kind of slept on. It actually increases the amount of damage that her foot soldiers will do and increases the movement by 1. So her foot soldiers can just whip across the map, doing crazy things. But the one power that everybody wants to use as Sammy is the famous Victory March, which will allow her to automatically capture any building that she wants. Any building that she can get on with an infantry of any HP value will be an automatic capture. So what everybody always likes to do as Sammy is go in for that HQ capture in 1 turn. Now, it is a completely viable strategy. Might be a little cheesy, but it works. And you know what? If you don't defend your HQ against Sammy, you're kind of just asking for it. Alrighty. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this match here, and we will take a look at what happens. Now, in the first few turns, obviously we have standard infantry builds. Nothing out of the ordinary here, folks. We always start off with our standard infantry, get the capture chains going, getting those units out there. Now, we will stop at day 5 here because now we see that the captures are starting all over the place. It looks like Wulong has actually zipped way ahead with one of his infantry, starting to capture one of the downwood properties. And the Super Sammy Simp being a little bit, taking a little bit longer to capture some of the properties. Alright, so day 6, top of the board, we are sitting at 9 properties and 7 properties. However, it does look like Wulong is going to close that gap a little bit. So, the only difference that we have right now is Wulong has started off with a little recon unit built out of the south property, which is interesting, because normally you see people build recons out of the north property on this map, because there is a little maneuver you can do with your recon. Get it all the way down here and start denying these properties. Especially the comm tower. Lots of people like to deny the comm tower on this map. Now, is that a viable strategy? Of course it is. Of course it is. You can definitely go for it. Whether or not it's going to work, that's questionable. But a lot of people, they tend to take a little while to get to the comm tower. So a recon out of this property can definitely go there and get it. However, if it's going to work, a little bit debatable. Now, the Super Sammy Simp, we have opened up with a little artillery unit. So Sammy's units will not, or Sammy's indirect units will not actually get the firepower decrease on the indirects. So they are just baseline units. So incredibly effective unit to use for sure. Now, we've also got a recon. We're going to start getting that vision. Now, this recon built out of this property is going to be able to go over here and start denying these properties for sure. But we're going to see what happens. So as we know, this is a sort of a mid to high level game. I think both of these players are somewhere rated in the 1100s. Actually, somewhere in the 1100s. Or at least they both have been 1100 at one point. Alright, so Wulong getting the double recon going. We're going to have lots and lots of vision around the map. Tons of vision. We're going to see everything. Woo. Things are going to get dicey. Alright, so Super Sammy Simp moving in the infantry, building an APC and a recon. So we're going to start seeing some infantry boosts. Now, building an APC out of this property I think is pretty good, because we can actually ferry this infantry down here that just finished the cap on the airport. We'll be able to ferry it ahead, get a little bit extra movement there, and then possibly be able to build a second infantry or even a mech to transport a little bit further out of this property. So we'll see if that ends up happening. But we got Wulong off top, so let's see what happens with Wulong. Finishing a bunch of camps on property, sending one of his recons way down. Ooh, interesting stuff. Alright, let's see what happens with that one. Building an APC of his own, too. Very interesting. I don't normally see a lot of APC play on this map. However, APC incredibly effective on this map. Especially with how big it is, you really need to get those infantry to the front lines fast. Now, if you're going to do that, APCs, transport copters are definitely the way to go. A transport copter would actually be able to ferry an infantry all the way down here into the corners very, very quickly. So, very effective stuff. We also have a battlecopter up here. So, we'll see if Super Sammy Simp has the foresight to build a anti-air or a battlecopter of their own. Oh, we got a mech down here. Okay. Very cool stuff. Oh, and we took a shot at the pipe seam with the infantry. Cool. Alright, so we got a mech down here. We're going to start ferrying the mech with the APC next turn. And we built a tank. Very cool stuff. Alright, Wulong, let's see what we do to counter this. Alright, sending this recon all the way up here. So this is pretty cool. So this is actually not a bad play. Having a recon in both corners. We get lots and lots of vision. Seeing everything. And we can also start harassing infantry. Now, we're not going to be able to interrupt the caps on infantries if they're capping buildings. However, if we find a pesky infantry just sitting somewhere, like on a road or a plane or something, bomb! Take that shot. Alrighty. Whoa! Oh, we zipped that guy way, way ahead here and spot a artillery unit and a recon. So that is fairly dangerous stuff right there. So with this recon, we probably could have went down to the corner and guarded that one. I do see what he was trying to do. It looks like he was trying to sit on this property and deny it. However, we got trapped. So, that didn't end up happening. So is that going to deter Mr. Wulong? I do not think so. It looks like he is going to continue the assault. Builds a mech of his own. So very interesting stuff. Now this is something that is actually pretty cool to do around here. Because we see a lot of vehicle units coming in to try to attack the comm tower area. So by building a mech and hiding them somewhere around here, we can actually do some pretty heavy damage to a tank or something that's going to be able to... A tank or a recon that comes in to interrupt these caps here. So mech's not a bad play right there, that's for sure. Alrighty, let's see what else happens. Super Sammy Simp starting the mega line of infantry, looking at that comm tower, thinking how nice it would be to have base units. Definitely thinking how nice it would be. Alright, 2nd Infantry takes a shot at the pipe seam as well. Both are sitting at 98 health. Woo. And we got a battlecopter heading into the south from Mr. Wulong. Alright. So continuing taps on properties, bringing a mech up pretty close. Battlecopters moving in. Recon. Now that it's been spotted, it's decided to move on this one right here. Now, if he actually watched the replay, he would know that the artillery unit ended up moving into this forest. So playing right here is a smart move. We know that it is going to be out of artillery range. So, very good stuff. Now, our north is looking a little bit weak, unfortunately. All we have are a couple infantry there. We do build double tank, and we have an artillery unit right here. So let's see if the tanks either go south or if they go to the west to assist with that. Because the way it's looking right now is if these infantry push up into this line over here, it's probably not going to end well for Mr. Wulong. But, we'll see. Alrighty. Infantry's moving in, starting a double capture. Mech moving into position to possibly reinforce the infantry right here if an attack happens from the road. So very good stuff. Now, however, it does look like this area is a little bit undefended. We only have a recon there, but we have lots of vision, so I think the Super Sammy Simp thinks that it is safe. We have a nice little line of infantry right here to defend as well. So, very good stuff. Okay. Ooh. Big hit on the infantry. However, only takes it down to 4 HP, so that is still going to be a capture next turn here. Yep, there we go. See, that's the power of Sammy right there. Her capture game is insane. Going to be able to get those caps, establish that funds lead early on. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, folks. Easy peasy. Alright, big shots on the recon, completely taking it out. We do leave our units a little bit vulnerable here on the road, but we do deny that cap. Now, unfortunately, now there's no way the Super Sammy Simp knows this, but that mech that Wulong built a little bit earlier is actually in a prime position to take out this recon. Prime position. Oh, that's gonna get dicey. Battlecopter could actually go down and possibly take a shot at this tank as well if we manage to get vision. Ooh. I fear the worst for those units, that's for sure. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay. Moving in. Doing some more caps. Gets a little bit of vision here. Spots a couple infantry and a few more properties being capped here. So what I'm curious about is to see... oh boy. Oh boy. Hate to see it, folks. I think this is going to be a one-shot. Oh, yeah. That's 120% firepower from a mech on a recon on a road. So, powerful stuff, that's for sure. I think that is a guaranteed one-shot. Well, took a shot at the infantry too from the city, and now we spot the tank. So is the battlecopter going to move in to take a shot at that tank? So it looks like the only thing that we could use to defend against the battlecopter at this point would be an anti-air. However, if an anti-air did move in, we have quite a few tanks in position to actually do some damage here, as well as that mech again. Alright, battlecopter does indeed move in to take a shot at that tank. Alright. Now, sadly, that tank is quite injured, and we lost the recon. So we lost our vision machine, and the tank is severely damaged. So, unfortunate stuff right there. Now, the Super Sammy Sim. Legend. Legend. That is for sure. We are a veteran of Advance Wars 1. So, Sammy does not back down from any challenge, that's for sure. Graduate from the Military Academy of Orange Star, folks. So, she's got the tactics. Alright, pressing into this little infantry ball here, taking one shot, spotting the other one. Finishing off a cap, so we are sitting at 25 properties right now. About to be 26 with this one down here. Okay, so day 12. Ooh. So we got our Shafshadashi situation down here. So, we definitely know as Wulong that we need to start reinforcing this area here. So I wonder if this and this... Well, this guy is definitely going down here. But my question is, I wonder if this anti-air unit is going to go down here as well. Ooh, recon moving in to take a shot at the infantry on a city. Unfortunately, it gets countered by one, but the follow-up attack with the second infantry happened. Securing the kill. Securing the kill, folks. Alrighty. 4 HP infantry taken out. Realizes we have moved into artillery range, so I wonder if we are going to go down and strike that artillery. That would be the question. We ended up discovering the infantry in the forest. Little trap card right there for sure. Take a shot at it with our artillery unit, doubled up with a infantry shot to take it out. Alright, moving in both of the tanks to take a shot at that artillery unit. So that is gone, wiped off the face of the planet. We do not have to deal with that anymore. Now, all we have to deal with is the looming threat of danger of whatever may be inside this forest at the moment. Now, all we see is a tank and an ninja tank over here. Oh, we do take a shot at the tank with our battlecopter, discovering that there is a anti-air unit right there, primed and ready to go. Now, I wonder if this is going to be countered here, because we have a tank right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces away, so it could potentially take a shot at one of these two tanks. Most likely the order of operations here would be this tank to take a shot here, this tank to take a shot here. Maybe follow up the kill with this one, follow up the kill with this one. So we could definitely secure those 2 kills, but then we have to worry about the mechs in the background. However, I don't think that Super Sammy Simp actually sees those. I don't think we have vision on it, so we don't know. We know that they're there, but we don't know exactly where. And we got a medium tank, folks. Classy gentlemen make medium tanks, that's for sure. Now, interesting thing to see. Some people decide to tech up early, some people decide not to tech up early. It all just depends. But it looks like Wulong has made the choice to build a medium tank. Now, depending... I wonder where he's going to send that medium tank. That's the question here. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So, let's go back here and just take a look at this. Alright, so we take the shot at this one here. So we did do lots of damage. We probably could have taken this one down to 4, is my thought. And then 5 probably wouldn't have... No, we still would have been able to kill them, I think. Now, let's see if it's Sammy's intention to actually strike that tank, because if it is... okay. Probably would have just done that a little bit differently, I think. Probably would have attacked with this one first, attacked with this one here, and then followed with the hits, because I think we would have did a little bit more damage that way. Possibly even taken them out via luck damage, but not sure. Either way, the order of attack still got some damage done, so there's not really too much to say about that. Alright, Wulong bringing the tank back, starting a cap on one of the Orange Star properties. And, oh, strikes down a mech with an anti-air. Brutal shot. You hate to see it. Heavy, heavy damage. But it does look like Super Sammy Simp has a mech of their own in position to actually take a shot at that anti-air. So that is going to be a devastating loss, unfortunately. Now, so far, the armies are looking fairly even. There's not really too much of a difference right now. Although, Wulong is ahead by 5, but we'll see what happens at the end of Super Sammy Simp's turn here. See if we manage to level the playing field a little bit. Alright, we did make a big shot on a anti-air unit right there. Interrupting cap. Now, the dangerous thing about the Hawk Infantry right now is they are sitting at 120% firepower. Sammy's infantry are sitting at 140% firepower, so they are incredibly effective as well. However, the counter damage from a 120% infantry is still quite high. Alright, we start spotting mechs, and we are taking lots and lots of little engagements down in the south. Moving the anti-air unit up to take a shot at the infantry too. Ooh. So I'm not going to say it's a bad move, because considering the state here, we know that we do need to do quite a bit of damage in order to sort of defend ourselves here, but bringing up an anti-air, a little bit risky. Now, I think what we probably should have done is if we did bring the anti-air up here, we should build a second anti-air from one of these properties and start bringing that forward too. Because in the event of that this anti-air does fall this turn, we have no support against battlecopters or any other air unit for that matter. So, definitely need to be proactive with that. Alright, big hit on the tank, taking it out. Anti-air took a devastating hit, and we have a little visual glitch here. A tank has fused with an infantry, and we have some kind of an infant-tank or something like that going on down there. But we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm not sure where that infantry went, but it is somewhere for sure. Ooh. Taking a nice little engagement on this guy in here too, so it looks like we are potentially going to be able to take that corner. However, if we look over there at the CO powered charge meter, it looks like we do have a victory march primed and ready to go. So we're going to see what we can do here, because we are behind by 2 properties right now. So in order to level the playing field a little bit, we're going to need to get a very nice flip going here. Now, it does look like we are in position to take quite a few properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just shy of the HQ, unfortunately, for the victory march. However, one thing that is very, very important that I did mention at the beginning of the video, when you are fighting a Sammy and you have an open HQ, it is vitally important to always put something on your HQ, because you do not want that victory march to happen. Don't want it to happen. Too spooky, but we have a victory march now, so let's see what happens with this one. Alright, so we do manage to capture 1 property, sitting at 26, taking double shots with our artilleries down in the south, finishing off an infantry, moving the medium tank up into position, ready to strike down anything that gets in its way. Powerful stuff. Alright, now I am super curious to see if we manage to get a couple properties up here, because if we do manage to flip a few properties from Wulong, that can definitely level the playing field quite a bit. And that was a brutal hit on that that recon with a 7 HP mech, completely taking it out on a plane. So even with the 10% bonus on firepower, still taken out. Alright, moving the infantry in to scout this property first before we go in for the cap. So very smart stuff to do there. Alright, get 2 properties. Battlecopter moving in. Recon finishing off the recon that the battlecopter started attacking. And that 2 HP, now 4 HP infantry managed to cap another property. So we have a 7k deficit on funds right now. Wow. That's some good stuff. Double medium tank going in the south too, so we're going to see what happens with that pretty soon. But it does look like Wulong is ready to cause some havoc. So we are going to see some explosive movements right here from the Black Storm, taking us from 32,000 all the way down, or 132,000 all the way down to 103,000. Wow. And it looks like we got about 10k healing as well. So, instantly, 20% of your army wiped off the face of the map. You hate to see it, but you love to do it. That's for sure. Holy macaroni. Alright. Now, the one issue with Victory March that I find is you do actually end up leaving a lot of your infantry exposed afterwards. So what tends to happen is you end up losing a lot of your infantry after the Victory March happens. Now, what it really comes down to is whether or not you can capitalize on the properties gained during Victory March to really tech up and get a lot of like heavy firepower to the front line before your opponent recaptures all those properties. Now, it's definitely map dependent. Some maps that are a little bit easier to hold your properties. But a big open map like old Stalingrad here, properties can flip pretty quickly. Alright, artillery still doing tons and tons of damage. This one has been around for a while. And yeah, it's sitting at 6 ammunition right now, so it's taking quite a few shots. Now, sadly, we moved the transport out of the way, so we no longer see this tank right here in the forest. It does look like the medium tank will be able to take a nice shot at the 8 HP tank, though. So that's not too bad. Injured infantry definitely doing a little bit more damage up here. So these are quite a lot of injured infantry. However, Sammy, so every infantry counts, that's for sure. Alright, so we do take that shot at the tank down here, taking it down to 1 HP. Spot the second tank in the forest, so being proactive there. Building a mech, and a couple more units here to defend ourselves. Okay, so top of the board, day 16, it's Wulong's turn. So let's see what Wulong decides to do here. Tank moving in, taking out the 1 HP infantry. I am opening up things I'm not supposed to. Ooh, that's unfortunate, huh? That could have been a... I think he was going for a luck roll there to finish it off, but unfortunately it didn't work. That's what you really don't want to happen in Fog of War, are units surviving with 1 HP, because it is annoying and gets old real quick. Gets old real quick, folks. Alright. So moving an infantry on the HQ, nice. That's what I like to see. Keep them on the HQ. Like, literally, just keep them on the HQ and then just send all your other units out there. And you're fine. You'll be good. Alright. So not too much happened that turn. It looks like we pulled a couple of our units back, and we are sort of front switching up to top of the map right now. Definitely going to start doing some damage up there. Alright, Super Sammy Sim. Starting a cap here. And looks like we're hiding a 1 HP infantry up there. Oh boy. Spooky stuff. Okay. Yeah, just pulling back our line, sort of re-fortifying it. We know that we're gonna lose a city here. There's not really any point to really try to interrupt that. You might as well just let it go. Anything you send up to interrupt this cap here is just gonna get destroyed. So you might as well keep your unit count while you have it. Alright. Ooh, dicey. Uh-oh. spotted the 4 HP infantry. Tanks moving in. 1 HP tank going up to scout for the medium tank, and the medium tank rolls in. Risky shot to do, actually. Risky shot. We don't know what is on this property right now. There could have been a unit, so maybe attacking from the road would have been a little bit safer. But Wulong, you know, he's a gambling man. Takes the gamble, and it ends up paying off for him. Once again, taking a gamble here. So very, very lucky that those 2 shots actually worked out for him. Oh, that could have went quite poorly, but Wulong is a lucky person. Alright. Yeah, it looks like we're sending a bunch of our units over here now. So we realize that this side is quite weak now. So it looks like we were trying to capitalize on that. And we do... Sammy Simp goes up, takes a shot at 1 infantry. Just continuing to let Wulong know that, you know, I am here. And I am doing damage still. So you can't run away. Builds a stealth fighter. Oh, lordios. Sammy, what are you doing to me, man? You know, I absolutely hate stealth fighters. And, yeah, that's about it. I just think they're kind of a cheesy unit, right? I don't hate anybody that uses stealth fighters. I just don't like using them. But they can be insanely effective, that's for sure. Now, however, it does look like we took massive damage up here. But considering the state of the map now, Sammy knows that her direct combat units are not going to be able to contend with Hawk's day-to-day abilities. So, being proactive in building a unit that's not going to be easily countered is not a bad move, considering the state of things. Oh, losing infantry down there too. So Sammy, oh, things are not looking good for you. We are down to 19 units, so we have like a... Oh boy, that's like a 13 unit deficit, and Wulong has built a bomber. Spooky bombers in the house. Bombers are coming up. Now, the problem with this push is we don't really have too many infantry here. We have 2, so we are going to start flipping some properties. However, we still haven't spotted this infantry here. Ooh. Wait. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're sitting at 18,000. No. Yeah. Ooh. That's dangerous. Okay, so we're sitting at like roughly around 18,000 from a victory march, and we have a 1 HP infantry up here that is super close to the HQ. Oh boy. This better not work. Alright, Wulong. We really have to put something on that HQ. Never count out a Sammy, because there could be infantry everywhere and you have no idea. So the most proactive thing for Wulong to do at this point would definitely to be planting something on that HQ to prepare for the victory march, because we are definitely winning right now. Like, we have a lot of units. A lot of units, and we actually leveled out the playing field for funds as well. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh no, and we're out of vision. We're out of range. We're out of range. No. Ah. Oh, this is like... Who is this guy? Is this James Bond? Alright, well, James Bond has been given a mission to capture this HQ. We are going to see if it happens. But it does look like Wulong has definitely won on all fronts. It does look like Sammy is shifting over all their heavy units to defend against this area here. Wulong is definitely very overextended up here. So unless we actually back up and refortify our lines, it's looking a little dicey. Definitely a little dicey. Oh, we gotta move the gotta move it. Move it onto the HQ. Come on. Alright, this is our last tank. Just move it on the HQ. Just do it. Come on, 4 HP. Just do it. Oh, no. We can move it on the HQ, right? Yeah, we can. Come on, move it. Just do it. Doing a black wave. Oh, no. Oh, God, no, that's terrible. That's unfortunate. Oh, no. Wulong! My man, why? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, we got the... Oh, no. Alright, so... Are we actually gonna go for the HQ? Or are we just gonna do a bunch of damage? Basically, at this point, the only win condition that we have is going for that HQ, so... Are we gonna risk it for the biscuit? Or are we gonna chicken out? We risk it for the biscuit. Oh, boy. Wow, okay, so the Super Sammy Simp has won via HQ capture with a victory march on day 19. Wow, crazy. Oh, lordy. You hate to see it happen, but you love to do it. Wow, what a dynamic match that was. Crazy stuff. I can't believe that worked. See, the funny thing about this is, too, because of that black wave, this infantry is sitting at, like, 0.1 HP. Like, it's not even sitting at 1 HP, it's like 0.1. So, like, little bit of a tick of anything would be able to take it out. It's like the most injured soldier moving in just a cap. Holy moly. Crazy stuff. But it does look like Wulong was dominating the match for quite a long time there. The push down here is not looking too good for him, unfortunately. He would definitely have to pull back, rejoin his forces over here, because it looks like Sammy was going to be able to push up with all these units here. And we don't have a counter for the stealth fighter at this point, so... yeah. Would have been interesting to see what would have happened from this point, but it does look like the HQ capture happened, so congratulations to Super Sammy Simp for actually getting the win there. Very, very lucky move. Very lucky move, that's for sure. But it worked, so good job. And Wulong, congratulations. You played a fantastic game, actually. Definitely very good. Definitely leveled the playing field after the victory march well. So... congratulations, that was a fantastic match. Thank you so much for the submissions. If anybody else has a game that they would like me to review, please send me a message on Advanced Wars by Web with the game link. My name is Mr. Cannon, that's MR period, space CANNON. So send me the message, send me the link, and I will definitely take a look at it. And until then, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. I do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and watching. And I will leave a link in the description below where you can join Advanced Wars by Web today and the Discords where you can chat and play with people around the world. So until next time, this has been Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon. Take care, everybody.